Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the new 2020 Porsche Taycan. Now, this car is one of the very first all-electric cars for Porsche, so this is a brand changer right now. The car is finished in gentian blue. It's a full exterior color, and I think it is one of the best color choices for this type of car. I actually reviewed a 992 Carrera 4S in this exact color, and it's a beautiful color. This car is the Taycan Turbo, so it's the middle range. The price starts at $150,000, and honestly, for this being only the Taycan Turbo, it still has 670 horsepower, which is plenty of horsepower. I believe 640 pound-feet of torque as well. As we walk along the side of the car, we have 20-inch wheels wrapped around in all-season tires. And I don't mind this design at all. Remnants of the Turbo S design wheel, the 911 Turbo S that is, but still a very, very beautiful wheel. Obviously, as we can see, we have a contrast going, so the alloy and then the black painted inlays. Right here is the charging port if you need to charge the car. As you walk along the side of the car, one of my favorite lines is right here. Very aggressive. It's one of the most aggressive lines in this car, which is one of my favorite things. Overall, the body lines flow, and right here it cuts off, and the way it looks is just super cool. As we follow along to the side skirt, we have some painted inlay right here. And that's a really cool touch. I'm glad they kind of, split it up a little bit as opposed to going with just a full black side skirt. I definitely think this looks really good. As you walk along to the back, you guys can sort of see this thing is actually kind of a big car, and honestly, for the size, it's hard to say that this is a Model 3 competitor, whereas more of a Model S competitor. So what we'll do now is we'll pop the trunk, and here we are. So this is what we have for space. This is kind of my camera gear that I set aside. But overall, it's not super deep, but it is really wide and really long. You can definitely stow away a lot of stuff. We have a 12-volt power outlet right here. Of course, this is a demo car, so the mats are back here, as well as a roadside assistance. We have a nice little stowaway and a cool little pocket as well. So not a bad place to stow things. If you want to close the trunk hatch, just press this button. It'll close just like that. One of the things we'll notice is there are no tailpipes. No tailpipes to be seen at all. All right, so let's talk about the back design. Obviously, we have our Taycan Turbo badge right there. Our light design, which is one of my favorite Porsche designs, and I'm glad they're following through with all of their cars with this design, is this wraparound rear light. It looks so cool, especially at night. The Porsche emblem right here. One of my favorite things is it's actually behind this piece of glass or plastic, whatever it is. It's cool. It's all kind of encased behind. Obviously, the other Porsches they're all sticking out. Some are blacked out, but this one's really cool. Right here we have a rear wing. This deploys at 70 miles per hour, and that's an easy speed to achieve in this type of car. As you walk around to the other side of the car, again, clearly following the same profile. If you guys were wondering, we still have that paint protection film right here. For our side view mirror, we have a camera right there for a 360 view, and it's a great 360 view. It's the quality is just amazing. The camera quality is unreal. As we come around again to the front of the car, we'll talk about the new headlight design. The headlight design is wicked cool. Of course, our turn signals and obviously I'm unlocking it, but as you guys can see, beautiful amber turn signals. They're all fully LED. I love this new headlight design too. It reminds me a lot of the 918. This whole front end reminds me a little bit of the 918 with kind of a mix of Cayman and even 911. It's a beautiful blend of all cars. We have a cool vent right here. I actually, which one of my favorite things about this car, and being an electric car, you feel like there'd probably be some fake vents. This is actually a functional vent, which is so cool. Really nice feature. Around the front, we have a plastic bumper. We have a camera right here, and I believe that's probably some kind of radar or sensor for the safety features, of course, that come with this car standard. So what we'll do now is we'll unlock the car. As you guys can see, the handles will pop out. I'll show you again. We lock, unlock. and they're ready for you to jump right in. As the mirrors fold in as well. Once opening the car, we can see all of our mirror switches, our window switches. We have Bose audio, our memory seat settings. We have Taycan Turbo identified right here, which is so cool. I love this plaque. It's just a big in-your-face plaque. All of our seat controls are right here. We have all of our bolstering controls right there. Slide back and forth. We can tilt the seat, and of course we have some upper bolster control. All right, so we'll hop right in. Now this car is optioned with the all natural interior, so this is all natural leather, and I love the spec. So if you guys want to see the sticker, we'll run through it real quickly. This thing starts at $150,900, but with options this is up to $166,240. Not too bad, not terribly expensive for what you get. For interior, this has the race text interior, so these are the kind of these inserts right here, and it's a slate gray color with Alcantara kind of as our contrast. Wicked nice touch. As you guys can see, this race text falls through all through the interior, even into kind of the speakers, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so again, the very similar steering wheel to all of the newer Porsches. The one thing that is super confusing, and it's just like something you just really have to get used to, is of course not having the paddle shifters. It's tough. But regardless, it's wicked cool, and I do like this steering wheel. Obviously electric cars don't have paddle shifters, so it's something you just have to make do. So what we'll do right now is we'll start up the car. The start button is right there, foot on brake, and she fires to life. All right, so after starting the car, we're greeted with a beautiful gauge cluster right in front of us. This is all one big screen. However, it's still the same look and setup as the newer 992s and newer Porsche interiors. Of course, we have our G meter, and we can toggle through these things and we can change what we see. I believe it's this control, so we could see navigation, we could see trip, sport chrono, drive mode, media, and information. So that's wicked cool. We can change that. Obviously our speedometer is right there. Our lane keep assist is identified right on the bottom, and yeah, this thing has 343 miles on the clock, so still pretty new. It is, like I mentioned, if I haven't mentioned before, it is a demo car, so that is that's something to keep in mind. So if we want to change the drive mode, we have this toggle like all Porsches. I really like this. It's so cool just to change your mode just by twisting something on the steering wheel. Again, that's super easy. We'll walk through the drive mode. So our first drive mode is range, normal, sport, sport plus, and individual. And an individual, what we can do is we'll actually go through all of the individual settings, and we can even do that through here. Let's see if I remember, right here. All right, so in our individual setting, we can change our chassis control, our chassis height. Keep in mind this has air ride, so we can actually lift this car right up, which is a nice feature. Very cool feature. Or we could go low, and it'll lower the car. Very cool. And I think these are things you can also, if you want a car low, I'm sure you can put in sport mode, and it'll do that. And yeah, so overall, very cool, very easy to use. Of course, the vehicle mode, if you guys want to know, you hit this, boom, you're into vehicle mode. Obviously, you can do it through the steering wheel, but if you want to switch through your individual settings, you can do that right here. Very easy to learn, and I'm pretty used to the Porsche infotainments right now, but it didn't take me much to figure out. They're very easy, intuitive. Our navigation, if you guys want to display the screen right there, keep in mind this is not optioned with the passenger screen, so you can actually option a screen for the passenger so they can see what's going on. A really cool feature. This is our navigation, really quick. Yeah, I like it. Our media, and we can scroll through the radio, obviously plug our own device in with Bluetooth. Phone, well, we don't need to go through phone, but you guys get the point. And then settings, of course, devices, whatnot, all that great stuff. So one thing down here, so this is kind of all the buttons where they used to be. Now this is one big button. It's a big screen. I don't remember the exact size, but it does have haptic feedback, so if you tap it, you can feel all of the different things that you're changing. This has ventilated seats. and heated seats as well. If I didn't mention, this also has a heated steering wheel, which is a really, really cool feature. If we want to go to our parking assist, we can see all the things around us. This is our 360 view, and of course that's our front view, which is wicked cool. It displays so much, and the graphics are really, really great graphics. So yeah, again, so if we want to just scroll through things, we could just tag our current charge level. If we press, again, I'll show you guys, if we press this battery, it will display that 82% at 186 miles. There have been people, I think this is up, the range on this car is like 210 miles for a full charge, but I have been seeing people get up to like 240, which is really, really cool, and honestly very competitive for what it is. One of the cool things that I really like is it actually has a amplified battery sound that pumps in through the speakers into the cabin, and it's actually a real battery. It's just obviously a more amplified, and I think there's some kind of, you know, microphone or something going on with the battery to amplify the sound. And honestly, you can hear the regeneration when you're in it, and you can obviously when you're accelerating, it kind of makes this really, really cool sound. And I'll insert a clip if you guys want to see that right now. One of my favorite features in this car, obviously aside from just everything about it, because this is honestly a really great car. I am not an electric car fan. I really like my my normal engines, but overall, this thing has impressed me so much. And it's maybe because I'm a huge fan of Porsche. I don't know what, but this car just surprises me. So if you guys are wondering, one of the cool things that you can do is you can actually toggle a lot of the functions that you want to toggle through this. So you can change the dampeners and the ride height with that, and that's wicked cool. You don't, obviously there's no buttons in the car. Traction control is right here, if you guys want to do that. I wonder what happens when you hold it down. Let's see what happens. And you can actually turn it fully off, which is wicked cool. So yeah, overall, I mean, we have all of our light controls here. If you guys are wondering, we can do our auto light, probably I think these are DRLs, and our beams. So wicked cool. If we press this button right here, we can access this little storage cubby, and we have a decent amount of space. You could probably stow away a wallet. I don't know about a phone per se, but it's not bad. And of course we have two cup holders. The door pockets actually probably could hold a decent amount too. And keep in mind we have a little spot here for stuff right below the column. But overall, very nice, very nice setup. I'm a big fan of this interior. So what we'll do now is actually we'll hop right into the back of the car. And this seating position's pretty much set up to what I would typically sit at. We have a nice place to put whatever, a phone probably. And of course, cup holders. We always need cup holders. One of my favorite things is they actually took some time to design this rear seating area. Obviously it's a four-door, so they have to focus on passengers. So of course they didn't really skip any steps. So you get turbo in the headrest as well back here, and we get a cool screen to access all of our climate. And overall, I think just the feeling and the quality is super nice. My leg space is really nice. My headroom is honestly pretty good as well. I'm finding myself to hit just right here, but thanks to the panoramic glass roof, you honestly can't complain. It's not that bad at all. But yeah, so this car overall is very cool. It's thrilling to be in, and even just to walk around and just do this walk around review is wicked cool. Keep in mind we also have rear heated seats, if you guys wanted to know. But yeah, we have all of our vents, and it's a really nice place to be. I could definitely do a long trip. If I slouch a little bit, I don't even touch it all. So and I still have plenty of leg room. Yeah, not bad at all. A lot of leg room and a nice place to be. All right, so we'll lock her up. As you guys can see, the handles fold in and the mirrors fold in as well. And that is a wrap. So I want to thank personally Porsche of Stratham for allowing me to do this today. They have been super good to me. I've been reviewing a lot of their cars here, and if you guys really want to check out a Porsche Taycan, please let them know. This is definitely the dealership to do so. This obviously located in Stratham, New Hampshire. So if you are local in New Hampshire, or if you're in New England area, this is the go-to Porsche dealership. These guys are really great guys, and yeah, they'll take care of you. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.